Welcome to this week's DMV Entertainment discussion, brought to you by DMV All Access. I'm your host, Black Boo. Thanks for tuning in. This week, man, we're gonna discuss some things that kind of is relative to independent artists. We have two special guests in the building that are kind of savvy in this area. As I said, I'm Black Boo, voice of Mambo Sauce, also Bubble Guts Radio and Up and Up, Open and White. And we have the amazing Miss Lex Boggie in the building.
What's going on, world? Your girl Lex Boggie, host of The Girl Next Door on ListenVision.com on Tuesdays, as well as the host for Rock the Mic Nights in Gaithersburg. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm Eric Kennedy, aka Head BRAAT, CEO, president of BRAAT Music. Yeah.
He got real, y'all see that? He tried to get
He did it again.
You know what I'm saying? He tried to get real sexy with it, you know what I'm saying? So this week, I think what we're gonna talk about for the independent artists, we're gonna talk about how do you get paid for your music, or do you really get paid for your music, depending on what level you are. I think the first topic at hand is distribution. What do y'all feel about, distribution or artists in general? Are they selling their music or are they giving it out? What's the benefit in selling or giving out your music?
I think it's very important if you say that you have a career in your, what you do as a rapper, artist, a musician. It's very important. So I think that, but I don't think that there's a lot of people in this area who have started practicing and doing the things that it's going to take for the distribution. So I hopefully today we're going to challenge a lot of you guys and pointing you in the right direction so we can actually talk about you and making these hits and actually getting paid.
I think the grassroots approach to it is kind of the most popular approach right nowadays. Like, people aren't selling their music, they're more so letting it go for free in hopes of generating some kind of following so that they can get paid for their shows. And I think that is the most popular and the most successful way nowadays, because when you do that, then the distributors tend to look at you and you can probably get a better deal or so forth and so on. But me personally, that's what I think. But I could be wrong.
I miss record stores. I miss the mom and pops. I miss the Mr. K's. I miss the Mad Music T Music Box. I miss the Wiz. I miss record stores because it's, I'm sorry, I'm a little older, but the generation today, they're missing out on really what the music business was about. It was about product. It was about placement. It was about fan approach to buy product. And right now, I'm with the digital game and I play it real heavy, but I miss going out and working my retail, making that product available.
Do you miss it because the money has slowed down for the person that's trying to, go to the retail?
I really miss it because it kept us sharp. It kept us out promoting. We had to fight for our shelf spacing. We had to go out and do snipes. We had to go in and do our own product placement. It kept the promotion game mixed in real heavy with the retail game. We had a purpose to get out now. Now on the internet, it seems like it's good. You can reach millions in a click, but what happens is it makes you introvert. You hide. You boxed in when really the public need to be driven to a retail point. Right. You know what I mean? And that's the dilemma, is how do we reach people to make them purchase? That's the question.
With the internet, no one is purchasing anymore.
Exactly. Exactly.
But it makes it like nowadays, that person that gets that extra marketing, that extra promotion, that person who is at the computer all day and pushing out his music in a different form, like, it gives him the advantage. So I don't.
What advantage?
What advantage? Yeah. He gets the advantage. He's a grinder.
I'm with you, because we're both grinders. And we're both sometimes caught up in the whole matrix of 100 million other grinders. We're not the only ones doing that. But not too many people would get out their door and go do retail, or go pull there and put their truck outside and put their bullhorn out and be like, please come buy this product.
Basically what I'm hearing from you guys is that you have all of this World Wide Web, and one click you get to do this, and automatically the self-gratification of being a big popular is like that.
It's no instant gratification in that. Like, you gotta work hard. Even though you behind a computer, you still gotta work hard to get people to follow you. It's a million people out here that's putting out mixtapes and saying, yo, follow blah 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 blah, and just because they do a whole bunch of posts on Facebook or a whole bunch of tweets don't mean that they successful. You still gotta put in the work and making great product.
I'm the artist from DC, Maryland, and Virginia who has no idea. All I know to do is get on the internet, and I'm an instant because I grind and I'm on the internet 24 hours a day. I'm hot. I have a new hit. I have a million views of something that it still takes away. Like he said, when I came up, I was placed on U Street, the human connection, that person to identify the brand or the party or whatever. That's how I'm known as the girl next door or the girl that's, you know, at every party, because I was actually out there building relationships with people on the internet. That whole thing, it's a small portion that's not there, and that's that human connection. And it's hard for you to say one day that I mess with this person and the next person send out another blast and then they're the next popular person for the next day.
I agree, but then I disagree, because I think that the most popular people out here that are doing the internet are still selling themselves, and people are falling in love with them, and that's the reason why they're so popular.
I agree. Selling, that is a marketing tool that is definitely, we can't abandon. No one's saying we should abandon it. What I'm saying is, it's still a rat race. Let's take it in this in distribution of numbers. How many people have an active credit card to maintain a sales point like iTunes? You need an active credit card. How many people can maintain a Raspberry account? How many? When you really break it down, not many. They go to YouTube primarily for most sources of their internet music. It's YouTube.
Right.
For the visuals as well as they can rip. That's fine for popularity, and you can say you can get 100 million views, but then you read only 33,000 comments. You know what I mean? That means there are only 33,000 people that really have something to say. You know what I mean? My thing is, does that radiate to a cell? Rick Ross, one of the most popular artists on the radio, features, shows, but record sales radiate that his fan base only tops out around 600,000 sales.
Well, I think record sales are only beneficial for the record label, to be honest with you.
Really?
I think
not the artist?
I think financially, no. Financially, I think that
it's just not all financially. It's also a goal. Like, you graduate from college, did you make any dollars? But you have a plaque. This is about also reportings. The money will come because they're doing higher bidding shows.
Mac Miller himself, you know,
very successful independent artist.
Very successful independent artist. He sold himself, and basically, people nowadays, like, we even take Fat Trail for example. I don't recall Fat Trail selling a CD. However, his popularity is so big now that this dude can do a show and get paid for the show. So, although he didn't get a lot of money in record sales, his music did exactly what he wanted it to do, which is to gain him popularity, to put him in a position to be able to get paid from his music by doing shows. Every artist nowadays are making more money off of their shows than they are off of album sales.
It's always been like that.
It should be that way.
They look at TLC, I mean, it's according to record sales versus performances, they probably generated about $50,000 out of the millions of sales that they made, but 50,000 after their, what, 25 cents per sale that got?
I think y'all making my point for me.
Yeah.
The point that I'm making is record sales was never really for the artist. It was for the record label. I mean, what the record did was for the artist. If an album went platinum, that means that that artist got popularity, and now that artist can fill out venues. However, the record sales, like, artists was getting what, cents on an album.
Right.
It was never beneficial for the artist for the record sales.
I cannot dismiss that record sales are important for a recording artist.
Right.
At the end of the day, a million units is an accolade to what you're really in the business for. It's no different than a football team winning the Super Bowl. Right. All the money you can win on the show, all the popularity don't mean nothing if it's not radiating in record sales. You're just popular.
Why does you getting a million in record sales say that you won the Super Bowl?
No, because it's about catalog. It's about that usually when you're reaching that plateau, your catalog is gonna carry you on. And we're playing the music business, and that's the problem. It's fine if you want to be popular and get shows. I'm not against that. But once you go into the recording industry, where you're about reporting, when you're about your publishing, it's important that you net sales. And then you radiate to spends, and hopefully you're touring to move your product. You have to sell records.
Also, what he's saying too is, I mean, overall, there's many residual, you know, ways of getting paid as an artist. Record sales, shows, publishing. Also, a reason that a lot of these artists are getting got is because of whatever contractual that they have agreed to, like the Tony Braxtons and the TLCs that we found, like the horror stories. Nowadays it's a little bit different to me, because less major people are going more to independent and looking and trying to customize their how they do it, rather than just get told with as far as the major.
What's funny is I think that because, you know, like, I think independent artists are changing the game. And record sales was important back in the day, and record sales are still important now to the record business. However, to the population, to the world, you know, it's not the same anymore. And I think that the record labels or the record business has noticed that. So because of that, they're now entering into these 360 deals, where it's not just about the record sales anymore. Now they want a part of your show money, they want a part of your merchandise, they want a part of anything that you're making money off of. So independent artists are kind of changing the game to where the corporate, you know, people got to start playing on their level. You know, so I see it as a benefit for the artist more so than anything else. But my man right here, who has a record label, probably feels different, of course, because he has a record label. So what do you feel about that?
I mean, I think that, once again, I don't do 360 deals either, but anyway, I think, because that's just not what we do over here. I'm not here for ownership of your world. I'm here to build good music and good artists, and I share what we do together. It's not that deep to me. It's about the record at the end of the day, what the music business has always been about. And it's fine for independent to be independent. I'm an independent label, so I understand independence within a major system. Why? I need the retailers. I need my music to be everywhere music is sold. I need to know when I go to my sponsors and people that do ad agencies, they know that I'm coming through respected because I'm playing what they're playing, the chart game. It's no different than being in Wall Street. What side of the fence you want to be, I'm not against. I'm on the ground level, but we also have to understand where the real numbers move, where your catalog will carry you, like Aretha Franklin's and these people that play the music business that only got 7 cents. They're now making millions a year. Residually, because they're in that game. So I do believe that you need to get in distribution, start believing in the record. Popularity will always be there. You need fan base. But what's next? Why is Justin Bieber not just being popular? Why is he in the music business? Why is Usher in the music business? Jay-Z in the music business? Everybody you look up to is in the music business. So why can't you be in the music business?
Thanks for tuning in to the DMV Entertainment discussion. I'm your boy Black Boo, vocalist of Mambo Sauce. You can also check me out on bubblegutsradio.com from 1 to 3 on Wednesdays. So thanks for tuning in once again.
To continue the independent movement, listen to your girl next door, Lex Boggie, listenvision.com, each and every Tuesday, 5 to 6. And if you independent artists from ground up, really trying to get that stage presence, trying to find out what it's really about and have a great time, visit me at Rock the Mic Nights in Gaithersburg, Maryland. That's El Cabanazo. BRAAT want to shout out to everybody out there. What's up?
Good luck into DMV All Access for letting us come on. Hey, Boogie, come down Studio BRAAT, hang out. Also, BRAAT Music. We can get your distribution going right here, too. Holla.
And I'm Shannon.
Yeah, that's tight.